The following game has no ESRB rating, nor is there any sort of restrictive content warning or any sort of warning as to what may be in the game. From what I have played so far, it doesn't seem to have anything worrisome in terms of age-restrictive content. So if I were to guess, if it were to have an ESRB rating, I would say most likely it would be rated E for everyone. So following that guess, and having never completed the game, I can't say exactly the whole of it just from my experience, but I would say that anyone under the age of 6 should not be watching this video. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations, I am Outlier and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is of course my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we're returning back to Autonauts. So the premise of Autonauts is that you are a colony manager, for lack of a better term. Basically, you're sent to a foreign alien world to basically build a colony for your people. And while you can wander about gathering every scrap of wood and harvesting every plant, you don't have to, as pretty much all the repetitive mundane tasks, and even some of the non-repetitive, non-mundane tasks, can be handled by an ever-increasing army of programmable robots. Yes, until they revolt. However, I do keep a few controls in place so that way even if they do revolt, they aren't fully autonomous and what's the word I want to use? Self-replicate. That's the word I want to use. Yeah, they can't make more of themselves. Although those controls are diminishing every episode as things get more complex and I have the robots take over more things. But that's an issue for not the intro. As such, this game is of course made by... Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin. Alright, so as usual, I do not play this game in between episodes, mostly because experience with other games has shown that interesting stuff can happen in between episodes, and a lot of times I don't want to miss filming it, even though a lot of times I'm not paying attention to whether or not I'm filming the stuff that I miss. I mean, that's not exactly accurate. I know whether or not I'm filming. It takes forever to set up everything. But still. Where are the mushmen? Probably under M. Let's rewind the rewinder. There we can go about rewinding everybody else. I should do the same for the berryman as well. Because goodness knows, half this game is just me powering everybody. Oh, all my storages are full. Oh, everything except the weeds, because that's the newest industry. And they are in the process of... Why is apple storage not filled? Probably because there are no apples. Huh. Alright, maybe I should look into having more people harvest apples and gather apples and do all that fun stuff. Because we seem to be having an apple shortage and a lot of the fruit is still on the tree. But I'll get to that in a minute. So, as such... Why are you still unwound? Weird. So anyway, where we left off last episode, I just finished setting up the kitchen area to turn raw food into slightly processed but still largely raw food. In an attempt to get the caretakers to feed the colonists, all 10 of them so far, more advanced food, so that way they end up getting, well, more advanced WUB, which fuels research faster, which allows me to get access to new technologies and new things. Also, if we look at the plans, that's the thing I need to get to the colonization level 2 plan done. Cooking, I need to build a crude cooking pot, which I don't have access to, although I think it's being researched. Yeah, crude cooking pot and recipes. And then I also have fruit farming for, well, farming for fruit and farming for vegetables, which I need to grow coconut trees and carrot seeds. Also, there's also science where I need to build a research, well, it says I built a research station, although it's flagged red and I have no idea why, and complete 4 more things of research, so that one's ongoing. In the meantime, I'm going to need more robots, because these caretakers, I need to start feeding the colonists the processed food, and the old caretakers, I feel, aren't going to be enough. Why is everybody no longer powered anymore? I swear, I just rewound all these guys at the beginning of this episode, and now they're all powered back down again. Do these batteries only have a limited amount of charges before they die, like in real life? Because that'd be weird. Alright, so first thing I guess I'm going to need to do is, since I'm going to replace the caretakers, I'm going to need more caretakers. And in order to do that, I need more robots. And to get more robots, I need to grab massive piles of their parts, haul them over here, and then construct more robots. I do still like the wavy effect of the weed. I may just create an entire field of it just to watch it wave back and forth. But I'm crazy like that, and probably won't because A, that requires conscious effort, and B, if I build something, it's going to be of use. And just watching it flow back and forth would not be of use. So, there's that. So, we now have a new bot. Everybody's seen how the bots work, how the bots get built, all that fun stuff. And of course I'm out of throwing range. Because, you know, that would make perfect sense. Anyway, you get a new battery. And then follow me. So what I'm going to have you do is 24, 29, 24, 34. You're going to pull Herbie Pumpkin from storage. And then you are going to feed that to one of these people. Oh, fine. Where is... Expand that. Put this over here. Extend this to 13 by 13, even though they can technically go further. Yeah, this is the colony now. I can always change the field later. So anyway, you're going to take Herbie Pumpkin from Herbie Pumpkin's storage until hands are full. Then find nearest crude hut, hungry colonist. Move to the hut and then basically feed the colonist until hands empty. I'm going to do all of that forever. And go. Alright, so I forgot one thing. You're going to move to Herbie Pumpkin storage first. Now go. Okay then. On to the next one. And this one will be the same as before, just instead of Herbie Pumpkin, it's Spice Berries. I almost forgot to adjust the area of searching. Alright, so now each of the processed foods should be being fed to the colonists. which means that my 4 new robots all become caretakers, because it's the caretaker's job to take care of the colonists, because the whiny little useless babies, I mean, they are the key fundamental aspect of this colony, of which there would be no colony if there is no them. And I just realized log storage is completely empty. Why are logs not being taken to log storage? Oh, there's the fact that you have to carry them one at a time. I know there's at least one lumberjack that should be hauling logs. Why are you not hauling logs? Stop, empty your hand, and go. Why was he holding a tree seed? Alright, so Mark 52, for a temporary task, I'm going to need you to come over here. Grab this log. Go over here, grab this log, and then dump it off here. Now, I would say do until hand's empty, but let's be honest, the basic robots have less inventory spots than I do, and at least for hand-wise, and I can only carry one log, so I would assume they can only carry one log. Do forever, now go. I remember back earlier when I had a massive surplus of logs. That's why I ended up piling all these logs over here. We just got pumpkins piled on top of pumpkins. Because storage is too full. And this guy's out of power. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let me grab a battery. I don't think it matters, because I believe this guy's a logician. He already has a battery. Let's rewind you. Which one are you? Mark 25. Zero 0125. We'll trade. Yeah, he already has a battery, so I don't think I can give him a second one. And it's thundering out. Okay. Of course, now that I have the caretakers giving them more advanced food, now I should probably have the old caretakers be reassigned somewhere else. And I know what I want them to do, but for right now, I'm just going to leave them unassigned for a moment. I got a pile of mushrooms just sitting there. And berries. Anyway, empty your hand. Move everything. And he's still collecting level 1 love, so... Unless that's it for level 1 love. That may actually be it for level 1 love. What if I put level 2 love in an empty container? I mean, I guess it still works. Of course, now level 2 love, since it's now a level 2 love storage container, the level 1 love doesn't work. So stop, empty your hands, and then go. Alright, anyway. You're the recharging bot. You're the one dealing with logs. You're the one hauling apples, so stop for a minute. Let's say, where's the one with the pumpkins? But then I remembered I didn't actually have somebody feeding raw pumpkin to anybody because I don't think they can actually eat raw pumpkin. Anyway, so I'll strip all this out. Then we come here. Just to get you out of the way so I, A, know that you're there, and B, you're not in the way. So, just have you guys be doing that for right now. Just pick up after the robots, because everybody needs a nanny now and then. I just got like pumpkin after pumpkin after pumpkin. There's even holes starting to form in the weed storage. On the weed field. The weed farm. Don't read into that. Alright, so anyway. So I don't think there's any more level 1 WUV. What I'm going to do is have you grab level 10 WUV. Well, level 2 WUV. Just going to strip all this out. Change this to match this. And we actually changed the storage so it looks like it automatically updated. So I guess go. Alright, stop, empty hands, and then go. For this guy, stop, empty hands, and then go. Okay, so we actually got colonization level 2 complete because they made 110 times WUV. And we get new clothing. Also a bot drive Mark 1 variant 1. Mark 1 variant 1 head, and I didn't actually catch what that second piece was. Alright, so I unlocked the Wonder Mystical Stone Head. Feed it inanimate items to disintegrate them. So it's basically a trash can. Got it. Use your colonization level 2 commemorative slab. Add that to the totem pole. And we continue on with our day. I could have just thrown those two in the container and been done with it. Let's see, there should be 4 here, but I remembered one of them's moving logs from here to there. Alright, okay. I'm just looking up to see exactly what the apple growers are doing. What was I doing? No, we're not doing that because, as it's been said several times, this is a no-budget production and I can't afford snacks. Anyway, so the first one, technically the second wonder, because the first wonder is a wardrobe, because apparently it's wonderful they can store clothes. I mean, I'm sure it is, but there's that. Alright, so the trash can requires 5 stone and 5 sand, and I have access to sand. It's right here. Yes, that's sand. I just haven't gotten around to collecting it and or figured out how to collect it just yet. And more stuff is available at the assembly yards. Not the workbenches, because this is the assembly unit, that's the workbench. Alright, so it's basic bot head mark 1, variant 1, bod mark variant 1, and drive. So I have an alternate to the Mark 1 bots, I guess. I say, what's this thing? Because I thought it said power upgrade, like you can hold more power, but no, apparently it allows it to carry more stuff. So I don't know if the variant 1's a more upgraded robot from the basic bots, or it just looks different. So I guess we can always build one and find out. So I'm going to need a plank and a tree seed for the head. I mean, it flags it as a standard bot head, so I'm guessing it just looks different. I need 2 planks and a pole for the body. Now, I should get a recharging bot for, like, right here. Because they're starting to run low on weeds. Well, yeah, the pumpkin storages I'm having issues with. They're starting to run low on weeds, at least down at the weed farm. Don't read too much into that. I mean, they're also low on mushrooms because the mushmen are out of power again. I mean, it looks like the same material requirements for the variant parts as the standard ones, which I guess makes sense if it's thematically the exact same robot, it just looks different. You know, one of those palette swaps, as it's called in the business, for lack of a better term. That would require that I know what I'm talking about to begin with. Alright, and we now have what looks like a weird tank pyramid thing. I mean, if I was into that TV show, The Doctor Who, I would assume it would look like one of the evil aliens from that show. I've seen a few episodes a long time ago. So we're going to give you a new battery. I'll plug that in right there. Alright, so what do I want my new oddly looking robot to do? I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is new recharger for the Mushman. Of course, first thing that comes to mind is just replace all the Mushmen with more powerful robots. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you come over here. Ooh, you know, I just had a thought. If it's basically the exact same robot, what's stopping me from just having interchangeable parts? Other than making like a weird Frankenstein-like thing. Yes, new, more powerful, shiny robot, and all I'm having him do is just wind others up. I'm trying to wind the robot, but that's the robot that needs to be recharged. Alright, and I'm going to need one for the Berryman, too. Of course, if I get multiple variants of the exact same kind of robot, I guess I can actually have mix and match various roles. So, like, all the variant ones will be my recharging robots, all the standard ones will be... why did I grab 4 planks? I only need 2. I need one for the head. I'll grab it later. I only need 1 pole. I really gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Alright, and I'm going to need a energy upgrade for this robot. Alright, and start recharging these guys. You know what? I have no idea if that's centered on the field. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I mean, I guess. I'm gonna up their area to the maximum. That way there's actually a slight amount of overlap. And you go with the Berryman. Alright, so where's the Mushman? Gonna have you stop. Record real quick because I'm going to increase your field to 17 by 17. Yeah, and try to get it centered. That looks good. And go. So now there's overlap between the two, and they actually cover this road, for lack of a better term, that everybody seems to be going down. So if somebody, say, runs out of power down here, these rechargers should actually recharge them. Alright, so if I'm going to have everybody in the variant line be recharging things, I'm probably going to need the ability to mass produce more. Which means I'm going to need 3 more robots, 3 more workstations, 3 more storage facilities, and enough space to actually have them all do all of this. You know what? I'm thinking about actually moving the maternity wardens down here. Nice big empty area. I was probably going to build another field down here. I just realized I have 103 bots. Interesting. I mean, I was probably going to grow carrots down here, but, yeah, I just need more space, even though... all their raw materials will still be up here. Which means I'm going to have more... I'm going to need to build extra material storage for them and then have more logicians haul everything down. Why not? Let's rewind you. I like how I said I'm going to be doing carrots today, or thinking about carrots today, and I haven't actually done any of that. Let's actually move your the 5 logs from here to there. I mean, there's few in number and they're right next to each other, so I can just do it myself. Alright, so... I was going to say I could have them wait until this storage is emptied, but I'm going to be holding logs anyway. Stop for a minute, record, go here. Get rid of all of that, you're done. For now, anyway. Alright, so what I'm going to need, I'm going to... Yes, I see. Big rock, I know. Move. Where's move? Here's move. We're going to move this to here. Now it would be nice if we just move the entire stack, but it doesn't, so moot point. Oh, maybe it's not, maybe it's empty. Yeah, since this one's full, it just moved the entire thing. And then I'm going to need a third one. Yeah, so it can have logs, planks, poles. I need anything else? Tree seeds and crude gears. Alright, and there's a berry bush in the way, so I'm going to have to get rid of those. Of course, that's what the shovel is for. Let's cover this area with turf because I'm crazy like that. Grab these berries, toss them in here. And I'm fresh out of mushrooms. Interesting. Okay, so... I mean, these are just for the spare parts. Of course, that means I'm going to have to update everything. And see, this is why when I was making the kitchen area, I made certain that rather than pulling from the farm storage, they had their own separate storages to pull from. Because now, because the maternity wardens pull from the Woodcutters Guild storage, I'm going to have to reprogram them to go to these storages. Otherwise, every time they need new parts, they're going to come all the way up here. Meantime, this gets moved down here. This gets moved down here. This gets moved down here. You know what, I should probably put it head, body, feet. Then it's head, body, feet. Move this one up here. And then upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. also, this here, that's what? That's head, body, head, torso, feet. Head, torso, feet. Oh. Put the upgrades here. So torso will actually be aligned here, feet will be one below that, and head will be one above that. Then I can have the variants, head, torso, feet, an upgrade 2, well, and then the battery upgrade, and then some other upgrade, and then a third upgrade. And then if I need to expand more, I can just keep going down this way. Right. Now I just gotta build everything. Or do I? I'm gonna need more robots. Actually, do I need more robots? Yeah, I'm gonna need more robots. Storage is now down here. And just so that way I don't have to walk all that far, I'll keep this one here, the assembly bay here. I know I have access to a better workbench. Just simply because I like having one of everything here. Yeah, and they've started to pull from, well, they started to manufacture things from down here. Did that wrong originally. Okay, so I'm going to have you do something slightly differently. In the fact that you're going to come over here, going to grab a plank. I'm going to do all of this until your hands are full. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do this until hands empty. And it's not going to be the same blueprint for everything, so you know what? I'll have the blueprint just be for here. That way it covers these two. I can just shift it so that way I can build these. Anyway, once that's done, you're going to come over here. Do until hands full. I may need to give him a memory upgrade. Son of a... Alright, I clicked on the wrong thing and now I can't get... Is there a copy? Can I paste it somehow? Well, what I would like is to basically copy this again. But I don't think I can. So that means I gotta go all the way back over here. You know what, let's grab a plank, just... Alright, that didn't work. Well, because the blueprint's already partially done. No, you're not moving. What happened? I got rid of it, didn't I? No, I moved it up here, okay. You up here, you up here, you up here. I'm going to do this until hand's empty. I'm going to do all this forever, and it barely fits his brain. Okay. Now go, and I'm going to have you stop real quick because I gotta fix this first. Otherwise, it's gonna take 3 or 4 planks and try to drop off 4 planks when you can only fit 3. Finish rewinding you. There we go. Right, now the workspace should be clean, so if I tell him to start his job, he should, in theory, start grabbing everything, and there shouldn't be any extra hiccups. I mean, this one I can just build by myself. I mean, it's only 3 things, whereas this is like 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 different storage boxes, crates, while as I'm only building 3 pallets. Yeah, he built it. So now all I gotta do is build these 2 right here. And once those are done, all I have to do is just basically move his search area down here, and he should just keep building these. Now, I would have him, now, as I said when setting it up, I would just have it like be a blanket area, but you can't program them to work this blueprint, grab whatever you need, and then just build it. So if I did have his space to be over here, I'm not 100% certain, but I would assume so, given how I've seen this game operate, that he would try to put planks and poles here, so he would add 3 planks and, well, he'd try to add 4 planks and 4 poles, and when he couldn't add 4 planks, he'd just be sitting there with, well, 1 plank. Because it only takes 3 and not 4. Now, what I could do is, if I need more pallets en masse, I could program another robot to build pallets. Although they do seem to be a little bit more complex in regards to the fact that they require 3 different ingredients as opposed to the crates 2. But given the fact that I seem to be using more crates than pallets, part of me wonders why I didn't program a robot to do this sooner. Oh yeah, I didn't think it would be menial and repetitive enough. And then I built 7 of these things. 8 of these things. That one's done. Okay. course, another thing about it, I could just grab a log from here. I mean, I gotta walk up here anyway to grab planks and poles, but still, I mean, come on. Of course, now to think about it, I should probably also have spare stone and stick storage for the Smith & Sons, because they're also pulling from the forest in what's actually my stone quarry. Of course, that does mean I'm going to have to reprogram every Smith & Son, or I can just wait until I expand again. I may do that. Okay, so the pallet's now done. And he's also done that, so... I'm guessing he's just gonna grab more planks. I mean, I figured he'd just stop when there was no more blueprints, but... Alright, so he did in fact stop when there were no blueprints. Where is it? Here he is. Stop, and... Forward, and I'm actually going to need to change all these out, so... I mean, he should just simply go work on the unfinished ones. If not, then it's going to get interesting. So that's one. So the second one. Because I got to change out 2 of them. And because it's programmed to have him go once his hands are full. Once his hands are already full, he just moves on to the next thing. So all I got to do is remember that that I have to keep track of 2 different search areas for him. Then we should be good there. So I guess that means I need more robots, because I need logicians to... Do the maternity wardens have a... They did not actually have a recharging robot. Interesting. No, they did. That's him right there. Alright, stop. Just moving this down to here for now. Alright, what was I doing? We've done that joke before. No, I never actually had the robots stand on top of one another. Well, when I needed to grab them. So, what I need you... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a speed upgrade as well. And what I need you to do is take a log from here. Grab a log from here. Go here. Grab a log from here. And stow it here. I'm going to need you to do that forever. Now go. Number 41 up to logicians. Actually, I'm gonna have 52 become part of the lumberjacks because I need more people hauling logs. Because something tells me they're gonna siphon off wood demand again. Which means I should probably actually get a wood storage for up here. I mean, I'd worry about having multiple needing to harvest multiple trees at once, but I've seen the logger chop down this entire forest before they can plant more, and I've always had logs just sitting around. We're going to town on that wolf. Alright, so I need another robot. What's Mark 38 do? Mark 38's the recharging robot. Maternity wardens. Oh, I'm confused now. Because if he moved down here, that means that someone was probably out of power, and on the way, I recharged the bot myself. Okay, so I'm going to need you to grab some planks. Do until hands full. Do until hands empty. I'm going to need you to do all of this until question mark filled. Question mark filled being this thing. And then do all of that forever. Now go. In fact, he's out of power. I need 41 to stop for a bit and record. Okay, that was weird. Have him do this until this is filled, and then do all of that forever. Then we're going to have him continue. And I'm going to need a third robot, because I always need multiple robots. Alright, so basically come over here for the poles. Do this until hands full. We drop them off here. Do all of this until hands empty. Do all of that until question mark filled. I wonder if there's a way to... I mean, I'm sure there's a way to basically have it not pick it back up until it hits a lower threshold than just full. But that seems rather complex, and I don't feel like figuring that out right now, so we're just gonna have him do all that forever. Now go. I actually completed one. Working on another one too. Interesting. Alright, so the weed farm's looking kind of empty. Don't read too much into that. So I may actually need a second one. Because they're not growing, they are growing them as fast as possible. I mean, we saw before I started using them, they filled up this field relatively quickly. The problem is that the guy hauling them away is taking them as fast as they're putting them in, And if he's hauling them away, then they won't have them to plant more. It's not a case like with the wheat seeds or the pumpkin where the seeds themselves are considered a separate item. The actual thing that's being consumed is also what I need to grow the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this loose weed and put it over here until I can figure out what exactly I want done with it. So that way they don't collect it and I don't have to travel all the way back over here to grab more. Even though it's a hike, it's not really anything major or important or big. Right, these things. Right, this is going to be a little more complex than I think a robot can handle, so I'm probably going to need to build these myself, by hand, myself. And they're out of logs again. Because they're all down here. Means I'm probably going to need another... I'm going to need another lumber industry to keep up with demand. Or... I don't have this thing be 3 things. I mean, I don't need it at the maximum for these. They don't need to have 100 stockpiled here. I have 100 stockpiled here because I just build these things and don't think about it. But at least for these resources that I'm running low on, they don't need to be completely filled. Of course, since there is stuff in them, it's not going to let me take everything out. Alright. Have you stop for a minute, drop your hand, and they finished cooking technology, so I get creamy porridge now, carrot stir fry, fish soup, pumpkin soup, mushroom soup, stewed apple, stewed berries, and a crude cooking pot. Because now I can upgrade my kitchen. Even though the crude mixing pot does the exact same thing. Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Hang on, let's check. I don't get it. What's new? This is all the same stuff. Carrot salad, spiced apple, watery porridge, herb mushrooms, sashimi, shiso sashimi, can't pronounce that, herby pumpkin, and spiced berries. It's the exact same stuff. I don't get what's going on. Oh, I can upgrade it. So I can turn the mixing pot into a cooking pot, I guess. Does that mean I can upgrade this? I can't upgrade this, but I can assign a new research thing. So let's go with basic clay, just simply because I know the watery porridge requires a clay pot, and something tells me all the advanced recipes require clay pots as well, just based off of the pictures, so I'm going to have them work on clay pots next. In the meantime, drop what you're holding. I'm just trying to figure out how exactly do I want to do this. Truth is not all that much. So we're going to have you. No, we're not going to have you. I'm going to need 2 more robots. So 2 more robots. Because I need tree seeds and the crude gears for storage here. Did all the recharging robots suddenly die at once? Could have sworn I had 2 for the farmer's bobs. Or maybe I only have 1, I don't know. No, I had 2, they both ran out of power at the exact same time. Okay. Alright, so what I need you to do is to grab a tree seed. I mean, I got plenty of tree seeds, so it should be fine. I say that now until, you know, once it all hits the fan and all the tree seeds are down here and no one else has tree seeds. I don't use tree seeds nearly as much as I do logs. Alright, he's going to town. He's already got these 3 built, so he's only got 6 left. Do until hand's empty. Do this until this is filled. And then do all that forever. Now go. Alright, so once storages are, well, have stuff in them, and storages have stuff in them, where are you go to you get to be a logician. 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 As I was saying, maternity wardens. Stop for a minute. Okay, I'm clearly gonna have to fix a lot of this stuff up. Okay. So which one are you? Alright, so you're building the drives. Drives require a log, a plank, and a pole. So there's nothing I can really do to fix this. Just simply because if I tell him to work until his hands are full, he is just going to, you know, grab 4 of everything. So I'm going to change this around. So no more log storage for you. No log storage 3, I should say, for you. I'm going to grab from this log storage. Going to move over here. I'm going to get rid of these and put log storage up here. So I got to remember, it's move to storage, then take from storage. So then plank storage here, and put that down there. So it's plank storage and then plank storage. And then the pole. Doesn't need these. So move to plank storage, move to plank storage. Get rid of the old storages. And the rest of this should be fine, as it's just basically pick this up and go there. So let's see how he does. Right hand on stop. Empty your hands. Empty your hands. Now go. Toss that in there. I'm just going to grab the parts so that way they're actually doing things. Just so I can get a sense of make certain everything goes according to plan. Okay, so it looks like he's working fine. So then the bod one, stop for a minute. So I need 2 planks and 2 poles. So it's go here. And you're out of power, but there should be a recharging bot. So grab 2 of these. And I'm not recording, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. And then we go over here. I don't need these drop-off ones, I'll just use the old ones. And then it's 1 pole. And just grab everything else from there and continue. So grab this, put it in here, and you know what? I'll actually grab 4, so again, he can start doing his thing. Yep, there he goes. Alright, now for the head. Stop. Record. Head requires 1 plank. Don't need these. And a tree seed. As of these, he doesn't need do all of that forever, though. Now go. I'm just going to grab all the heads so that way he starts moving. And let's be honest, I'm going to be building 4 bots soon anyway, so. Okay, so this little guy is basically taking stuff from here and putting it there. So I don't need to worry about changing his programming. Just simply because, again, it's from there to there, because the guy making the upgrade doesn't have the ability to he doesn't have enough memory to do everything. Even with, I think, the memory upgrade, which is what they all have. Yeah, he's got a memory upgrade. He doesn't have a battery. Interesting. Thought they all did. Do any of them? This guy does. Okay, so the standard bots and the maternity wardens don't actually have battery upgrades. That's interesting. Where is he, by the way? I'm gonna have you record. Alright, so needs what? 2 gears and a pole. 4 gears and a pole. Alright, so you're gonna take from here. In fact, let's actually empty out everything. Just simply because I think it'd be easier this way. So do this until hands full. And once hands are full, just empty out that, because I think you can actually only carry 2 at a time. Do this until hands empty. I basically need him to repeat the process. At which point he grabs 1 pole and comes back here. Alright, and since I don't have to worry about his hands being full, they all get dumped after this loop. He does all this until the energy upgrade box is filled, and he does all of that forever. So that should be everything. So let me just grab more so he gets working. And because he doesn't have enough smarts to take this and put that there, this guy is going to come over here, pick this up, and dump that in there. Okay, that works for me. Meantime, where did the one guy go that was having build things? He shouldn't actually be in a team yet, anyway. But the only non-assigned ones I have are the 3 of the former caretakers. So it begs the question, where did I put him? As I have several logicians out of power. Alright, so Mark 1-37. That is what this one is, right? No, Mark 1-46. Where did I stick Mark 1-46? I honestly have no idea. I mean, he's not colored like it's actually Mark 1-40, but he's not colored like any of the team members. Here he is. I did stick him in the logicians for some strange reason. Alright, well, you're no longer part of logicians because you're doing something else that isn't part of logicians. But you're doing it well, and you're actually almost done, so I'm going to keep having you do it. Okay, so I had hoped to start growing, like, coconuts and carrots and seeing what's going on over there, but I got supply issues with the weed farm. Don't read into that. Issues with just general logistics. I did upgrade the maternity wardens. At least I will once I build everything. I don't think I'm going to have a robot build the actual workbenches, just simply because they can only carry 1 log at once, and I haven't quite figured out how to get the loops to do XYZ number of times. So at the moment, it's basically drop off a log 4 times, drop off 2 things of planks, and then drop off 1.5 loads of poles to get these things done. And it's basically just add extra loop after extra loop, and I don't think the standard bot, as smart as they are, has the capacity to hold that many instructions, even with 1 to 2 brain upgrades. So once 1-40, I really should give these guys names, but maybe sometime not now. Anyway, 1-40, once he gets done building this, I'll probably just throw him into his own little team and figure out how to build these and this thing, and then build more robots to build the variant ones, so that way I have them on demand if I wish to build more recharging robots, and get extra upgrades in addition to the power upgrade, probably brain and speed, because those are the two that I probably need the most. I mean, power one would probably be nice, the ability to carry more, but I seem to be having supply issues in regards to things not getting where they need to be, and I think it'd be a better issue if they carry them, get them faster where they need to go, as opposed to carrying more per travel. But all of that is going to be another issue for another day, because I'm going to call it here. Everybody stay safe from the plague, and have a good day.